Okay, we'll move on. Request permission for agreement with the Bolivar Golf Club in Bolivar.
Thank you. This request is to enter into an agreement for the Go and Dine program with one of our three food service establishments, the Bolivar Golf Club. This would be for a rate of $12 per meal for lunch and $13 for dinner, and would be effective this month, well, last month actually, January.
Mrs. Root made the motion, second. Mr. Rumfeld, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. And the next one is the similar agreement with Dave's Diner in Ceres, New York.
Yes. This is a request to enter into agreement with Cafe Jacobs for the same Go and Dine program. The rate for this one is $12 per meal for lunch and $13 for dinner as well.
Motion by Mrs. Root, second Mr. Harris. Any discussion? Mr. Barnes?
Yeah, so just tell me again real quick, how this program works. I mean, as far as who's eligible for this, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure. So anyone who's 60 or over is actually eligible, just like for our Go and Dine, or for our congregate meal program. Anyone who's 60 or over is more than welcome to join us for lunch. The Go and Dine program is a voucher-based program. We work with three food service establishments currently in the Bolivar area, Bolivar Ceres, West Clarksville area, which was our pilot area. An individual would call and do a registration at our office, just like they would if they wanted to come to a congregate luncheon center. We provide up to 6 vouchers per month. We do ask for a suggested contribution of $4 per voucher. We actually have seen a huge increase in contributions for this program versus our traditional congregate site, which is a suggested $3 contribution per meal. Those individuals would receive those vouchers in the mail. They do have their name on them. They can only be redeemed by the participant who's registered for the program. They are taken to the food service establishment. They are redeemed from a menu that's a Go and Dine menu. Those items on the Go and Dine menu have been approved by our registered dietitian to meet our nutrition guidelines. We provide the laminated menus to the food service establishment so that there is no cost for them for that. They submit the voucher back to us along with an invoice every 2 weeks or monthly, and then we pay them the contracted rate for reimbursement for the meal. It allows older adults to go out into one of these restaurants with their family, their friends. We've had some people take their grandkids out, and it's a reduced cost for them to provide that.
So a person calls up to register for this.
Mm-hmm.
They've never had any connection to Office of the Aging before, but they're over 60 years old.
Yes.
And the example you gave of taking the grandchildren and so forth, now the grandchildren are eligible for the same cost?
No. The grandchildren would be at whatever cost, whatever items they chose off of a regular menu. The older adult who's 60 or over has to order from the Go and Dine menu, which is specifically items because it has to be regulated by the nutrition regulations that we have, and our RD has met with the food service establishments and created those.
How is this information dispersed amongst the county residents of over 60?
We have done press releases. We have provided information on our Facebook page. We've mailed information. God bless you. We have spoken at our regular or traditional congregate sites, our town halls, newspaper, newsletter, radio. I'm sure I'm missing something, but that's all that I've got right there.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? All in favor? And the final one, Anita.
I apparently didn't print that. This would be for Dave's Diner.
Yes.
Yep, there it is.
Second.
Mrs. Root, second by Mr. Harris. Any questions? Oh, Mrs. Root?
You said this is a pilot, and if it goes well, are you looking to expand this in other sectors of the county with other restaurants?
We are. What we are looking at doing is supplementing our nutrition, our traditional congregate site. So there are some areas of the county where we don't have congregate sites, and we would be looking at those areas to serve those individuals with this type of program.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any other questions for Mrs. Madison? Mr. Demick?
I'm gonna postpone what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
But I will answer next month. I know Bruce gotta get hold of it.
Nobody wants that.
I just have 3 things though. Can I share 3 things?
Sure.
First, I did want to make sure that everybody was aware we are canceling meals tomorrow. I did make that call late yesterday afternoon. We also are starting our tax counseling, which is called TCE, Tax Counseling for the Elderly. That actually starts on Monday. We have over 120 appointments already scheduled, so we have been very busy. But next month is March, and it is March for Meals. It is the 50th anniversary of the National March for Meals campaign. The last 2 years, we have not been able to do a legislative ride-along for our March for Meals because of COVID. Our drivers are still out and have been out delivering meals, so I will be inviting all of the legislators to sign up for a route and ride along with our Meals on Wheels drivers and experience the Allegheny County and the March for Meals campaign next month. So that schedule will be coming out shortly to all of you. I'm hoping for participation.
Thank you, Anita. If anybody hasn't done it, you should.
It's
very-
fun.
It is, and it's really nice to see the people that we're serving and how grateful they are for it. All right,
Thank you.
yep, any new business? Good of the order, and I will take a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Mr. Harris, second Mrs. Root, all in favor? Thank you for the long meeting today, everybody.
Sorry to hold up dinner, Brooke.
I'd just like to add, I'd like to welcome Alice